Gwangju Institute of Science and Technology. We have the lovely Marlene Everts of N-Exchange, based out of the Netherlands. We have Vaibhav Kadekar of Postcross. And we have Alex, and I'm not sure how to pronounce that last name, so I'll have to do that, with CoinDeal. So I'm going to ask each of the panelists to just quickly introduce yourself. Keep it to 60 seconds. Introduce yourself and what you're doing.
Hello, how are you? I'm from Korea, South Korea, of course. I'm a university professor. I have written about 170 international journal and conference papers, mostly in IEEE journals. And I'm here to talk about my research project, which is government funded. And that is nothing but to follow the vision of the Nakamoto and build and distribute secure blockchains that we have developed. Free, and then you guys can download and then fulfill the vision of Nakamoto. 60 seconds.
Very good, thank you.
Hi, Ian, thank you. So I'm Marlene Everts. I'm the CEO and co-founder of N-Exchange. N-Exchange is the first regulated securities exchange in Europe that can trade and list and issue tokenized securities. We're regulated by the Dutch authorities for financial markets, and we collaborate with ABN AMRO, Rabobank, Lieke from Crypto Valley, but also Bitfinex. So we have collaborations in both of them.
Excellent, thank you.
Hi, I'm Vaibhav Kadekar. I'm the founder and CEO of Postcross. We have a platform where we're going to connect to prediction markets, which are alternative to financial derivatives. So the platform you can essentially any of the asset classes, where you can go from commodity, stock exchange indexes, stocks, foreign exchange, as well as crypto. That's what I do. I started in the space in 2007, and I worked with financial decentralization paper. Brought a couple of patents from the United States office in 2007, so perhaps we can share some of the but yeah, that's what we do, and I hope to God if everybody would be able to try out the application and give us some feedback as we are. Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Alex, I'm from CoinDeal. So CoinDeal is a crypto-to-crypto and crypto-fiat exchange. We actually started just last year. We're just over a year old. In about 8 months, we were doing $31 million in daily trading volume. We are registered in Malta. We are a licensed and registered entity in Estonia. We also were part of Crypto Valley. Obviously, we're becoming licensed in Switzerland. And in the next 2 to 3 weeks, once actually we're going to be operational in 14 states on crypto-to-crypto trading. We are pursuing our MSB and money transmitter license. So we should be fully operational in the States by end of 2019.
Excellent, excellent. So a couple questions I'm going to pose to the panel here. And we're going to avoid talking about price speculation and things of this nature, but given sort of the recent exuberance in the market, which I will confess has benefited consensus ticket sales nicely, I want you to talk a bit about, like, where do you see, from you're occupying different vantage points in the crypto blockchain ecosystem, in the last 2-3 months, where have we made really the greatest kind of leap forward in your respective area? Whether just like each of you to kind of give a brief comment on that. Where are we really moving forward here in your respective area?
Well, in my respective area, I think one of the biggest steps forward is that we have a solution for the custodianship of tokenized securities, where we collaborate together with Euroclear, together with ABN AMRO Clearing, in setting up an institutional solution for tokenized securities. So that's a big step forward for us.
Excellent.
Right, so from my perspective, I think what I've really seen has changed in the last 2 or 3 months is the regulators are becoming more and more educated about blockchain as a technology, and they don't want to just talk about crypto as an asset for the regulator. And we see this in the fact that, for example, we will be allowed to obtain one of the first
licenses, which is an MiFID II of the European Union, whereas before that, that would be completely impossible for any of the companies. Again, I'm guessing a lot of us here also are feeling that it's not just that innovators of this world are doing something that they want to do, but the regulators are going to help us now, and I think signs of that in the last 2 to 3 months.
So probably the biggest breakthrough in the last 2 to 3 months was a bit less bullshit in the space. Probably the majority of 2018 was a bit less bullshit in the space. You see a lot of projects dying. You see a lot of exchanges dying, which is actually a good thing. But
Yeah, I think you're right behind the speaker, so it's undesirable location.
is this better? All right.
Yes.
So there's less BS in the space, and it's actually a good thing because when you have this ICO craze of 2017, there's just, you know, obviously people are going to want to regulate something where you have somebody remortgage their house and suddenly 30, 40, 50x everything. So that's very problematic. And the less BS in this space, the better. So I'm all for it.
Less BS. It's an improvement.
Okay, in Korea, we have strong government, and then government doesn't like cryptocurrencies. They only like blockchains. I don't know what that is, but they like blockchain, but they don't like cryptocurrencies. And the lots of crypto exchanges are dying because they don't have any inflow anymore. And the young people are trying to develop a blockchain technology, so they are emphasizing on cryptocurrencies, but they hide their identity as a blockchain companies. And that's what they are doing, but they are not doing very well. ICOs are not allowed. So I'm a university professor of a government-funded university, so I think what I have to do is develop a new technology to disrupt the current situation. That's why I came here to introduce my DCT blockchain ideas, and without doing any ICOs, I want to distribute this so people can download it and use it to make more money.
Excellent. All right, so the next question is, so we're obviously here, the common tie we have at this event is that we're all, in some way tied to Crypto Valley, right? Crypto Valley, as you learned, is the birthplace of the Ethereum Foundation, it's the birthplace of, all things ICOs, crypto. So I just want to talk, I want you to give a bit of a remarks of just why is Crypto Valley playing an important role in your particular project or business? And what's your connection?
No, I visited Zurich last year, Crypto Valley Association conference, and that is the starting point. And I'm here to make this meeting a global meeting. If I'm not here, this meeting is not going to be a global. So that's the one motivation. And when we talk about blockchain and Bitcoin, Ethereum, what do we talk about really? We are talking about globalization. Like this meeting, we come from all over the world and then talk about the future. And the Crypto Valley Association, I believe, is talking about a better future for all of us. And then that's what I'm doing.
Well, for me, I come from the traditional boring world, the non-crypto world. But we see quite some interesting things going on at the moment. Banks issuing stable coins, securities exchanges being able to list and trade tokenized securities. And Switzerland is taking an interesting position in this. We are a European regulated exchange. We have an MTF license, a regulated market license, but you see that Switzerland and Finland is really being ahead, being advanced of what's happening in Europe. So for us to sort of be part of that and take position in that, that's definitely something that we just need to collaborate with, and that's why we're here.
Great, thank you.
Right, I think if you want to boil down why is crypto value successful and of course how you associate with it. So there are economies of scale and things which people get better at doing just because there is a network around it, right? And that's what crypto value gives you. Because you can't do everything by yourself, you'll need an enabling mechanism around you in terms of a government that supports you, the regulation that allows you to do something you need to do. Sure, it might move a little bit slowly sometimes than what you expect, but at least it's moving, right? And it tells you where you're right and wrong. You get access to talent, it's very well located, it's got a stable economy, you've got a stable currency. So I think all these things are important where you are saying that the only variable is the innovation. And if you want something to work, you need to have everything else possible. That's very important to me as well. Right? But the thing is, this is why crypto value works, because you have access to all the enabling mechanisms, you have access to talent. It might be a little bit more expensive than some of the other parts of the world, but at least you can invest in the crucial talent you need there, and then you can do supplement it in other parts.
So something that was mentioned was the network aspect of Crypto Valley, and that's probably one of the most important things because what you see around the world, I actually think something like CVA would be very useful in the US because since we're trying to expand into the US and we've been looking for something similar because it is a nice, it's almost like an anchor, you know, CVA, and we can't find any equivalent association in the US, and I really think that's pretty problematic because the US is this epicenter in terms of crypto, but also in terms of the regulator becoming the enforcer. And I think when the regulator is becoming the enforcer, that's when all the problems start. Because that's not what's supposed to happen. And I think when you have a network of legitimate companies that's backed by a legitimate association, you're looked differently upon by the regulator, by the public. You can actually, via this network, enforce a larger scale change than if you're just, you know, these islands trying to operate from different parts of the world doing something totally different.
Yeah, I think that's a theme that we've been experiencing in the U.S. here in the last year or so. It's this kind of fragmentation of regulatory structures and whatnot. It's very tricky. So I think we have 2 minutes until the bar closes. So I think we better. I want to make sure you guys get one last drink in before we leave. So to close here, we're gonna throw you a wild card. There's a podcast I like listening to by Anthony Pompliano. His closing question is always, do you believe that aliens exist or not? And why or why not? So everyone answer the question, please.
Well, scientifically, they exist because they must. We just haven't found any other meaning. It doesn't exist.
Well, the Fermi paradox, right, says that we do it. Maybe, you know, Satoshi is an alien. Let's leave it at that.
Well, I have absolutely no comment to that.
Yeah, we have to believe in aliens, right? We have to believe in a better future. And then we talk about regulations, but there is a way to avoid regulations. If you develop technology and then just give it for free, like Satoshi Nakamoto did, then you don't have to worry too much about regulations anymore. And then you can talk about a better future for the humanity, then you don't have to fear about your government and any regulations.
Excellent. Well, everyone give a panel a round of applause. For the record, I do not believe in aliens. I'm happy to tell you why if you're curious. Thanks to everyone. Thanks for Ian for having us here. And thanks for everyone who's